What's up, boys? We are back with our NFL award predictions. We're literally doing this, 30 minutes before the
Yeah,
actual thing.
literally, yeah.
So, we're going to predict all the awards before they happen. We're going to be your guys' breaking news here, predict the future here. So,
We're gonna be exactly 100% on.
100%, that's our goal. I feel like these awards, besides the MVP, are pretty clear cut this year, which is good. So, without further ado, what do you want to start with here?
Let's do the Walton Payton Man of the Year.
Walter Payton Man of the Year. I don't even know who's nominated for that.
One team nominates one player.
Yeah, but I don't even know who the Falcons nominated.
I'll tell you this: my Walter Payton Man of the Year award is C.J. Ham, the stud who just retired from the
Okay.
Minnesota Vikings. That's my prediction. He's been nominated for it every year, pretty much his entire career. So I think he's gonna get it this time to end off his career.
All right. So I don't even know who are the options, bro. I'm
That's
not
literally
gonna
the
lie.
only one I know, bro.
I'll go CJ Ham too, just because he's one of the best guys off the field for football. So no disrespect to Walter Payton Man of the Year. It's one of the coolest awards in my opinion, but
Yeah.
there's just you really can't have 32 nominees and expect me to know them.
Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah.
Like I think they should limit it to five or one from each division or just something because
Yeah.
32 is just way too much, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's fair.
All right, well, moving on to the actual awards,
The
the
on-field
actual
awards.
on-field awards. Yep, we will
Yeah.
start with what do I want to start with? Let's start with offensive rookie of the year.
Oh, Roy.
Now, now this is really interesting in my opinion because at the beginning of the season, I mean, it was pretty clear cut Jackson Dart, in my opinion, at least through midway through the season. But as time progressed, Ted McMillan entered himself into the conversation. Tyler Shogue entered himself into the conversation. And I mean, shoot, even Quinshon Judkins, I
Yeah.
mean, entered himself
Travion
into the
Henderson too.
conversation. Travion Henderson
He's a
too. So
finalist as well.
there's a lot of great guys for this award. This is the award that outside of MVP, I feel like could go either way. A lot of different options. You can't really go wrong. But I'm going to go ahead and say this
Gotcha.
one might be a shocker, but I'm not going to quarterback. I'm going Ted McMillan for my offensive player or rookie of the year. I
Okay.
think he was a big reason why the Panthers made the playoffs, Ted McMillan. And I mean, he was
Yeah.
Bryce Young's go to guy. He was just that guy in
Hmm.
Carolina. And I don't think Tyler Shogue deserves offensive rookie of the year. I'm going to be honest. He only played 8 games. There's got to be a number of games qualification type
Yeah.
system like the NBA. So Tyler Shogue's eliminated. Jackson Dart missed a couple games, and the Giants had 2 wins or 3 wins.
Yeah.
So none of those two deserve it. Quinshon Judkins, Travion Henderson, great people, but Ted McMillan was just that much better. I mean, I feel like he was one of the reasons why the Panthers made the playoffs. That and the
Yeah. I
Falcons,
agree.
but
Yeah.
Ted McMillan's a dog. He's my offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah. Before I mean, Ted McMillan obviously had some controversy today, so there's that, I
He
guess.
did. What do you
Yeah.
do?
He was playing Madden on a live stream at the Super Bowl and he said the N-word. So
Really?
and they're like, "Are you black?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "So I can say it." So
I
then he had to
mean,
apologize about that, but he's like Hawaiian, so that doesn't count. But whatever. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Ted McMillan is my offensive rookie of the year.
there we go.
He was to me, he was really the only rookie who was consistent. He put up consistent numbers. I
Yeah.
mean, you look at Emeka Egbuka, he was my favorite the first couple of weeks, and then he just fell off a cliff, as did the rest of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So
Yep.
he played pretty good a lot of the season. Like Jonas said, major reason why the Panthers were able to make the playoffs this year. Just a really big help towards them. So give me Ted McMillan as the 2026 Offensive Rookie of the Year.
All right, we're 1 for 1 on agreements here. Moving
I think
on.
we'll agree on most of these, bro. I think we will, but
You'd be
maybe.
surprised. You'd be surprised. All right, moving on. We got the easiest award. I'm just going to leave it very brief. It's the defensive. Actually, no. We'll go rookies. We won't go defensive player of the year. We'll go rookies.
D-Roy?
Yeah, we'll go D-Roy next. Now, this one, in my opinion, is kind of clear cut.
Yeah.
But I just got to be a little bit biased here, man. So the finalists, as you guys know, are Carson Schlesinger, Xavier Watts, James Pierce Jr., and Abdul Carter, which I don't know why Abdul Carter is a finalist. He does not deserve to be a finalist. He had a terrible rookie season. I think there's one more, but
it's Nick
Emmanwori.
Nick Emmanwori, yep, from the Seahawks.
So really, it really just comes down to two guys, in my opinion. Nick Emmanwori, you can't really win it as a cornerback or safety. You just can't win the award as a cornerback or safety. I'm sorry. And I mean,
he's listed as a linebacker.
Nick Emmanwori is not a linebacker.
He's listed as a linebacker.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure.
There's no way he's a linebacker. I swear he's a safety. He came out of chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. Nick Emmanwori is a safety.
Chat, if you guys know, let us know.
All right. Anyways, though, Nick Emmanwori, Xavier Watts, once again, is a safety. Best steal of the draft, in my opinion, but he didn't do enough. And then, so it really comes down to James Pierce Jr. and Carson Schlesinger. Now, James Pierce Jr. is the only rookie since Micah Parsons to have more than 8 sacks in a season. And that was like 5. So that was 5 years ago, something like that. Something crazy. And Carson Schlesinger, I mean, was the reason why Cleveland won a lot of their games. And Myles Garrett. So I got to go James Pierce Jr., man. I just think that he has the better stats. I know stats don't mean everything, but he just has the better stats, in my opinion. And he has 10.5 sacks. I don't even think Micah Parsons did that. He had like 9 his rookie season. So I think Carson Schlesinger is going to get it, but I got to show love to James Pierce. I mean, he's going to be really good. And I just think Carson Schlesinger, even though he was great, I mean, he didn't really have a ton of sacks and only had like 2 interceptions. So that's that.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Emmanwori on this one, man. He's really ignited the Seahawks defense into what they are now. He's just insane, and everyone's freaking out right now because he had an ankle sprain today in practice. So everyone's freaking out because he's injured. He's injured, and what's going to happen? Mike McDonald said he's going to play, probably. It's the Super Bowl. You would play through anything in the Super Bowl, probably. So, yeah, he's just been, like you said, the steal of the draft. So I think he's a stud already. He's going to be a pretty great player in the years to come, and I think he's going to ball out in the Super Bowl on Sunday. So yeah, give me Nick Emmanwori to win Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Chat says he's listed as a safety, but plays both safety and linebacker. Okay. Thanks, chat. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Emmanwori, man, great player, obviously, out of South Carolina. I really thought that was going to be the Falcons' second first-round pick back when they traded up for the Rams, and I really wanted to get him, but he's just that good of a player, man. I mean, I'm still happy I got James Pierce and Xavier Watts. Those guys are going to be some of the best defensive players in the next 5 years, but he's definitely one of the reasons why Seattle's in the Super Bowl. All right, moving on. We're going to go
comeback player of the year.
Comeback player. You want to get that out of the way?
Because we got comeback and we got coach of the year too.
Okay. We'll go comeback player of the year next, and there's a lot of guys.
Yeah, man.
You could say who are comeback player of the year. I just want to say before the season started, I had JJ McCarthy as my comeback player of the year. Oh
God, yeah, I remember that. Oh no.
That might be that's probably the worst take of the year. I've had some pretty bad takes this year, but you guys can go back and you guys can.
Oh, you had the Vikings winning the division too.
Yeah, but JJ McCarthy for comeback player of the year is worse because the Vikings had a winning record.
They had a winning record. They did.
And McCarthy was the reason why
he didn't actually play terrible. Like towards the end of the season, he didn't play terrible. Now, granted, they were playing third stringers because all the teams were resting them, and they played the Giants. So there's that, I
I
guess. But
I mean, from what I saw from JJ McCarthy up in week 2, I got to see him live. He's not good. Um,
oh yeah,
all he does is hand the ball off. That's all he did with
he's
Donovan
a
Edwards.
handoff
Who
merchant.
else? Who else did he hand the ball off to? There was another good running back at Michigan. I can't remember. But anyways, that's a really bad take. But I'm probably not going to screw this one up. I think this one is very easy. You could. I mean, obviously it's comeback since there's a lot of guys, but I think it's easily got to be Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott was. I should have been in the MVP talks. Dak Prescott was the reason why the Cowboys were in the playoff contention for till the end of the season. Dak Prescott is one of the most underappreciated quarterbacks in the league. I love Dak Prescott. I mean, what he did this year was amazing. I mean, he's got to win it. I mean, yeah, that's all I got to say, really.
Yeah, this was kind of a tough one for me because there was 3 guys that I was looking at. Dak was one of them. Um, but ultimately, I came down to the decision that I think CMC is going to win Comeback Player of the Year. Uh, Jonah was really high on him all season long, and he had probably the quietest thousand season
Yeah,
in the NFL. The 49ers offense pretty much just ran through him most of the year. He took a lot of the weight on his shoulders, and he was the main reason why they were able to make it to the divisional round. Um, but yeah, I think CMC is going to win this one after having another year last year of just rough injuries. He certainly battled back this year and showed why. Again, he's a top 5 running back.
yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with Christian McCaffrey. I mean,
Yeah, no. I think Dak wins it. That's a great pick too. There's just a lot of comeback player. There's a lot of guys that can win it. There's a lot of
yeah,
guys that can definitely win it. Trevor
yeah,
Lawrence is in on that mix. Stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah. But anyways, what I was trying to say, I think he's the first player in NFL history to have 2 1,000
Mm,
seasons. I mean, he's one of the best running backs of our generation. I think he's
yeah,
top 10 of all time already. I mean, he's just one of those guys, man, that can do everything. He's more than a running back. He can play wide receiver.
yeah.
He can
He
he
even
can
play
block for
quarterback.
you. Yeah, I mean, and the thing with the 49ers too is that obviously they were injured on the defensive end of the ball,
Yeah,
but they didn't have Brandon Ayuk all year. They didn't have him. They didn't have Deebo Samuel. Ricky Parasol, I think, was on and off the field.
yeah.
So
He
like
was,
and Brock Purdy was hurt. So and George Kittle got hurt too towards the end of the season. So like he was their only healthy player on the team, and he
which
was the
is
only player that
shocking.
they could rely on. So when Christian McCaffrey stays healthy, he's always an offensive player of the year candidate. He's
Yeah,
always an MVP candidate. He's just that good. So moving on, I want to save the offense and defensive player of the year and MVP. Obviously, we're going to save MVP for last, but let's go to coach of the year now.
yeah,
Now, this one is I had to think so much about this
yeah.
one.
Man, I was thinking really hard on this.
I mean, there's like at least 5 guys you could say.
Yeah,
I'm going to give a couple of honorable mentions. I'm going to say Liam Cohen of the Jags. I think that the Jags, I mean, as I predicted, we're going to be really good, but I didn't expect them to be this good, man.
yeah,
Shout out to Liam Cohen. He changed his franchise around. He made them a title contender in like a year. So, my second honorable mention, I want to go. I want to go with Kyle Shanahan. I just hate Kyle Shanahan in the playoffs, man. You know this, but I
yep,
can't stand his
yep,
playoff. I can't stand his playoff coaching, but his regular season
yep.
coaching is really good. I love his regular season coaching. I mean, he worked with a bunch of college players practically who are
Hmm.
undrafted, all of them coming from different spots in their career. So Kyle Shanahan, you got to mention. And so that leaves me with Mike McDonald and Mike Vrabel, the 2 Super Bowl
What about
coaches.
Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson, man, I can't give him credit after. Well, I get a regular season award, but I'm just gonna have a little bit of playoff bias because that playoff calling was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. You're right. I don't have Ben Johnson winning, but you didn't say his name, so I was like, oh, that's interesting. They won the division.
Yeah, but I mean, he did fine in the regular season. He did really good, but I mean, if you go for it on your own 30 in a playoff game, I am not
That's
gonna
so
I'm not gonna
bad.
give her any single
So
mention in
bad.
today's video. I'm not giving you a single mention. I don't care how good you did, how you changed the Bears, whatever. You had a terrible postseason. That was part of the reason why you lost to the Rams. So that leaves me with Mike McDonald and Mike Vrabel, the two Mikes. And really, you can't go wrong with either of these coaches.
No.
Mike McDonald, one of the youngest coaches in the league, but one of the just best coaches in the league, honestly. There's a reason why Seattle's in the Super Bowl. He didn't make a single bad play call, I feel like, all this season. I didn't see one bad play call. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but he did everything right. And Mike Vrabel, he just got the best out of all of his players. If you look at New England and they were supposed to be like an 8-win team, a 7-win team, I mean, he got them to the Super Bowl. So, I mean, he's been doing this a lot too with Tennessee. I mean, he's just a really good coach. So, I'm going to go ahead and say Mike Vrabel is your coach of the year. It's fitting because Josh McDaniel is your assistant coach of the year. So,
Yeah.
I gotta stick to the patterns here and say that Mike Vrabel is your coach of the year because I wouldn't have thought New England would be this good, especially after losing to the Raiders in Week 1.
Yeah. That was rough. Yeah. I'll do the same that Jonah did. I'll give some honorable mentions. Like you said, Liam Cohen obviously did a great job turning around the Jags. I'll actually give Ben Johnson an honorable mention. He completely turned around the Bears. The Bears fans were hopeless at the beginning of the year. They were extremely depressed, but now they're not. So there's that. They did enough. He did enough to make the Bears fans not depressed until the play calling in the playoffs. But still, um, really good year for the Bears. Really excited to see what they can do in the next couple of years. And that one. So yeah, I guess that leaves me with Shanahan too. It's just he did a really good job. Um, Unfortunately, at the end of the day, the better team just won, and he couldn't outcoach them, and they just got outskilled just
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
yeah,
So there's that. So like Jonah, I had the finalist of Mike McDonald and Mike Vrabel, but at the end of the day, I had to go with Mike Vrabel because last year the Patriots were in absolute shambles. They hired Gerard Mayo or whatever, and that was
oh god,
probably one of the worst hirings of all time. It was pretty bad for Patriots fans. They decided to start Jacoby Brissett over Drake May for like the first 4 weeks, and then they lost the first 4 games in a row practically. Um, Now you have Drake May, who's a finalist for MVP, and you're in the Super Bowl. So what Vrabel's been able to lead these guys, is just an awesome thing to see. And I definitely think he's extremely deserving of the award. I think all these coaches are deserving of this award, but I think Vrabel's going to take home the cake.
yeah. All right, moving on. You forgot this one. I know you forgot this one, but this is the newest award added. It's Pass Protector of the Year, the
That's
best
a
lineman.
thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. I'm dead serious. It did just
Okay,
got added this year. So the
really?
best lineman in the league, it just got added this year. I'm pretty sure. So I mean, I don't know a ton of offensive linemen off the top of my head, but there's only two options, in my opinion. It's Deion Dawkins of the Buffalo Bills and it's
Mm,
Garrett Bowles of the Denver Broncos. And both these guys, I mean, were spectacular. I mean, the Bills' offensive line was really good this year. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they were the reason why James Cook looked like a
yeah.
top 5 running back. And the Broncos, on the other hand, didn't have a great running game, but they made Bo Nix look a lot better than what he was, in my opinion. And I mean, they may have not protected him towards the end of the playoffs, but he did a good job for most of the season. So, with that, I'm gonna say Garrett Bowles is your protector of the year. This award, not really anybody knows of, in my opinion, so it's not that relevant. But you still got to give a shout out to the offensive lineman, man. So Garrett Bowles,
Yeah.
you're my offensive lineman of the year.
Yeah, you reminded me of Deion Dawkins. I'll go with him. The Bills, like you said, made that offensive line made James Cook like an absolute stud. Now, don't no disrespect to James Cook, I think he's good, but I mean, he kind of fumbled literally against the Broncos, so uh, kind of showed his true colors there. Maybe, who knows? But that offensive line did a really good job of protecting Josh Allen this season for the most part, other than when Josh Allen just ran straight at the defense and got banged up because of that. But yeah, Deion Dawkins shows a lot of passion towards his team. He loves Josh Allen, so that's yeah. I'll
Yeah.
give me Deion Dawkins.
All right. Moving on. I want to add a twist to this video. All right.
Okay, okay,
We're gonna add an award that's not technically an award here,
okay.
but I feel like would be kind of funny to
Kind of
put in
okay.
here. So we're gonna say most disappointing player.
The
I
most
feel like that's
disappointing player.
most disappointing player of the year.
Okay,
I feel like we've had all these positives. We gotta have something to make a joke of all of our terrible takes at the beginning of the season. We got to
yeah,
look
that's
back
fair.
at it.
That's
So
fair. I think I know who. I think I know who I
you know
have.
who? You know
I
who?
think I do.
Now there's quite a few players that come to my mind. Michael Penix is really
Oh god.
disappointing. Michael Penix did really bad. McCarthy
Oh
did really
god.
bad.
He wasn't disappointing to me. I expected that to happen. I knew that
You
was gonna
expected
happen. I
that to
knew that was
happen?
gonna happen, dude. I knew he was
Really?
trash.
Okay.
I said that when he got drafted 2 years ago. I said this is the
Yeah.
terrible pick.
All right. And I've completely forgotten until now, but we can't forget about Brian Thomas Jr.
Oh god.
Brian Thomas
Dude,
Jr. was a first
that's
round
just
pick in fantasy.
depression, bro.
He
Yeah.
forgot to learn how to catch a football. So
Yeah, fair.
those are my three biggest disappointments of this year. These are the
Biggest three
guys who
disappointments.
might be working at Walmart in a bit. I don't know. I mean, they might be not playing football if it keeps going their way, especially Penix. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the biggest disappointment. Actually, hold on. I want to add Baker Mayfield. I'm gonna add Baker
Okay.
Mayfield on the list.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's only fitting we add Baker. So I forgot about Baker Mayfield, but Baker Mayfield, you played terrible.
Yeah.
You played
That
like
second half of the
you played
season was
like your
so
Cleveland
bad.
Brown. You played like you were a Cleveland Brown, like the
Yeah.
last half of the
Should we do
season.
should we
So
do worst coach of the year too?
worst coach of the year. Well,
Here, I'll do my most
okay,
disappointing. I'll do my most
okay.
disappointing.
Hold on. I didn't say mine.
Okay, okay,
So
okay. Oh, speaking of Baker, he's on TV. He's
Baker
at the
Mayfield's on
awards. He's
TV.
not getting any awards tonight, bro.
Ah,
Except for most
a
disappointing,
ticket
I
to
guess.
Cancun. That's what he's getting. That's what Baker's getting.
Yeah,
A ticket to
fair.
Cancun. So, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to say Michael Penix is my most disappointing player
Wow.
of the year.
Okay.
I mean, it probably is a hot take. I mean, a lot of people didn't really have high expectations for Michael Penix, but I mean, Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins played better than Michael
Played
Penix
better
did.
than him. Yeah.
Zach Robinson was able to coach Kirk Cousins. He couldn't coach Michael Penix. Zach Robinson's a terrible coach. So if he can coach Kirk Cousins, who's washed up, we kind of have an issue. So Michael Penix, man, was the sole reason why the Falcons missed the playoffs. I mean, I'm not saying he's not the future because
Yeah.
he still has a shot. Matt Ryan obviously is non-committal, but Michael Penix, man, you were slightly better than Desmond Ritter and Marcus Mariota, but
That's not even a compliment. That's an
but
insult.
but yeah, Michael Penix. Hopefully, if you can become more mobile after an ACL tear, I mean, hopefully, but we'll see on that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible, but you never know how limited his mobility is.
Yeah.
All right, who do you got as your most
Okay,
disappointing player of
it's
the year?
kind of crazy. Okay, I have
Okay.
3 players in mind,
Okay.
and they're all star players. They're all
Okay.
stars. My first one is gonna be Lamar Jackson.
Ooh, that's
Jonah
good.
had Lamar as his preseason MVP, and I had him leading the Ravens to the Super Bowl this year.
No, I
Uh,
had Jalen Hurts. Remember that?
no, you had Jalen Hurts top 5. You had Jalen Hurts top 5.
Did I?
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure you said Lamar was number 1.
I had one of
Yeah.
those two winning MVP,
Yeah,
and
you
those
did.
were two of the
Yeah.
worst. I'm gonna throw Jalen Hurts as a disappointing player too, man. He really
Yeah,
did bad.
that's fair. Yeah. Yeah, so Lamar is going to be one of mine. Obviously, the Ravens did not have a great season. He almost was able to bring them to the playoffs. Tyler Loop just missed a straight on kick, so that's too bad.
Yep.
My next one is going to be Justin Jefferson. Now, I understand Justin Jefferson had another 1,000-yard season, but he really didn't have any Jay Jettis moments. You know what I mean? Like he really didn't have very many impactful plays. I mean, they tried to get him to 1,000 yards in the last game of the season, so they were just targeting him the whole time just so
I
that he
mean,
could get 1,000 yards.
that guy. I mean, you can't
But
really say he's that disappointing, bro. Max
I know,
Grosner was his quarterback.
I know. I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that. I understand that the quarterback situation in Minnesota is just absolutely horrifically bad right now, and they need to get it fixed. So I'm just going to say that even Justin Jefferson is like they asked him, how did you get to 1,000 yards?" He goes, "I don't know." So there's that. Even he knew. So there's that one. My last one, I'm going to say Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes did not have a good season
Mm.
this year. He did not. That even before they were eliminated from contention, before he snapped his leg in half, uh, the Chiefs were. This is probably the worst Chiefs team we've seen in the last 10 years. There's no
Interesting.
debate. They didn't even make the playoffs. So there's that. Mahomes definitely very disappointing season. He did not play very well at all. So I'm actually going to say Patrick Mahomes is my most
Really?
disappointing player this season, just because of the fact he's Patrick Mahomes. And I don't care if you have a bad offensive coordinator like he did in Matt Nagy. So I'm just going to say Patrick Mahomes, most disappointing season. I have no doubt, though, that if he comes back next season at all,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to bounce back because they
Yeah.
got that offensive coordinator again, Eric
Yep.
Bieniemy. So I'm confident the Chiefs will be back sooner rather than most of us think.
Yeah. I totally forgot to mention these these two other players, but I want to give a shout out to the entire Eagles offense except for Devontae Smith.
Oh God!
Saquon Barkley.
Didn't they have a decent offensive line though, or was that trash?
I mean, it wasn't as good as what it was previously, but
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley, their offensive line did okay. I mean, it wasn't the best in the league like it was, but it was pretty good. But Saquon Barkley, he was like he had 2,000 yards rushing, did really bad. Nothing else to it. AJ Brown, he's playing himself out of a job, similar to Antonio Brown. He reminds me exactly like Antonio Brown. He is just a head case, man. So Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley played pathetic. So the Eagles, that's the reason why the Eagles got bounced out early. That's also part of the reason why they fired their offensive coordinator. So
Bijan Robinson is the DJ at the NFL Honors.
there you go. There you go, Bijan. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Should we do worst coach? And then I was thinking, since we're doing worst, should we have the Cancun team of the year, which was
Cancun
like
team of the year.
like the most disappointing team as well?
Okay, sure, we'll do that.
Should we do
All right,
worst
moving
coach
on.
first?
We'll do worst coach of the year. There's obviously a lot of options.
There's a
here.
lot of those.
Every single coach that got fired, I think, was worthy of getting fired.
Yeah,
except for John Harbaugh. But
that's fair.
every other coach that got fired this year prematurely, you could argue to be on the list. You could argue Jonathan Gannon to be on the list. You could argue Pete Carroll to be on the list. You could argue shoot, I don't even know. There was so many coaches that got fired.
Yeah.
I lost track, but I got three guys similar to last time. It's Todd Bowles. He still has a job as we speak. He's the only man that has a job. So I don't know what to say on that one. Todd Bowles. You got Mike McDaniel, who
Yeah, yeah.
is the Chargers offensive coordinator now. And you got Raheem Morris, which I don't know if Raheem's employed yet, but
Yes, he is. He got hired by the 49ers as their new defensive coordinator.
okay. So maybe he'll do better at that. But those are my three nominees for worst coach of the year. And so I'm gonna exclude Mike McDaniel off the list because Tua would played really bad and their whole team. They were probably the least talented team, let's be honest, in the whole entire league. And he went what, 7-10 with them? So Mike
Yeah.
McDaniel, even though he had a really bad start, like he should have been fired in week 5.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I'll give him credit for turning the team around and making them look at least somewhat okay going into next season. And so that leaves us with the two NFC South coaches, Todd Bowles and Raheem Morris. Now, the two teams that should have honestly won the division and had a lot more say in the division than the Panthers did. And honestly, these were the two people that let the Panthers make the playoffs. I'm going to be honest. Todd Bowles, as we know, blew a 3rd and 28 on Thursday Night Football
Against Kirk Cousins, bro.
against Kirk Cousins. He made David Sills look like Steve Largent. So that was hilarious. That was hilarious how that game played out. Mike Evans screaming at in the locker room saying we can't get a
Yeah, bro.
stop. Who wins MVP?
We'll get there. We're gonna get there.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We're getting there. Don't
We're
worry.
getting there. Anyways, Todd Bowles, 3rd and 28 is what he's known for.
That's
Raheem Morris. I don't have words for him. All he's known for is getting beat by 30 points to the Panthers.
That's true. Very true.
And losing by 20 to the Dolphins. So
yeah.
I don't know what's worse. I really don't. But I'm just gonna say that Todd Bowles is your worst coach of the year. I think that the Buccaneers. It's hilarious. It's hilarious because he still has a job. That's the funny part about. That's why I'm laughing. Is he still has a job? But the Buccaneers should have had 12 wins going into the season. When they were 6-1, they should have had like 14. But they went 1-7, bro. Like they did so bad.
Yeah.
They did so bad.
Yeah.
And obviously the 3rd and 28. Obviously the blown game to the Panthers. Yeah, Todd Bowles
and to the Dolphins too.
And to the Dolphins. So
yeah,
Quinn Ewers. So Todd Bowles.
Yeah, they lost to Quinn Ewers in week 17, bro.
Todd Bowles is my worst coach of the year. I don't know how he has a job, but I mean the Bucs have a new offensive coordinator in Zach Robinson, so that's gonna look real bad. The Todd Bowles and Zach Robinson coaching a team, bro.
Yikes. Yeah.
Both of those two are gonna get fired by week 8, bro. I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
No Tampa Bay is going 6-11 next year. I'm calling it already. So.
Okay.
All right. Who do you got as worst coach? I want to hear who you got.
Todd Bowles. I don't even need any other nominees, bro. They all freaking terrible. I was calling him for him to get fired weeks ago.
Yep.
We should probably do Defensive Player of the Year right now because they're about to announce it.
Defensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett is your Defensive Player of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. He had 24 sacks. Nothing else needs to be said. Nick Bonito, nobody else. And I mean, everybody else is just not good. So, not good enough compared to Myles Garrett. So, Myles Garrett is your Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I completely agree. I didn't even need to look at the other nominees because I knew Myles Garrett's
nominated. Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson, Nick Benito, Will Anderson, Micah Parsons.
I mean,
Good seasons, but not anything close to that
no,
of Myles
nowhere
Garrett.
near.
Yeah.
All right. So, where were we at? We were at worst team of the year.
Yeah.
We're on the
And
worst
this
team of
isn't
the year.
most disappointing team. Most disappointing because we all know that the Raiders are the worst team. And
Okay, yeah, that's
hold
for
on, let's
us.
see
So.
who they say. Michael Strahan's calling this one. Let's see who he says. Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. There you go.
We just called that 10 seconds before it happened.
I mean, shoot. We might be the next Ian Rappaport or Adam Schefter.
Yeah, dang right.
All right. Anyways, we're going to most disappointing team of the year. Now, similar to worst team or worst coach of the year, there's a ton of options in my opinion. I mean, the Falcons, obviously. I feel like you could say the Falcons were really disappointing. You could say the Bucs were really disappointing. So those are two teams from the NFC South, in my opinion. Now, you could say, obviously, you could say the Giants were really disappointing.
I already know mine.
You already know yours.
I already know mine.
I'm struggling to think. I am struggling to think about this one. I don't know. I'm really lost. I'm really lost. I'm trying to think of all of these teams in the AFC.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. So I thought about doing the Bucs, but I kind of wanted to be different because I expected the Bucs to do a lot. They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I think my most disappointing team this year has got to be the Detroit Lions. I mean, I projected them to win the NFC North, and they finished in dead last. Now they were tied with the Vikings, but they got swept by the Vikings. They lost to Max Brogmer on Christmas. And it's just insanity. So Lions had a tough season. They freaking couldn't get anything going on offense. Freaking they decided to go for it on fourth down every single time. Like, I don't think the punter touched the ball once this season. So that was bad. So not good.
Yep. So mine actually just came to me now. Mine's super easy. Mine's the Baltimore Ravens.
That's fair. Yep. I had them in the Super Bowl.
The Baltimore Ravens were everybody's Super Bowl pick. Everybody thought they were going to be really good. They didn't even make the playoffs. They were 1-5 starting the season. And they got their coach fired because they played that bad. And they didn't even play up to standards. So they had that much of a disappointing season. They fired one of the best coaches in the league because of it. So I don't agree with that decision, but that's that. So, all right, moving on. We got 2 awards left, the Offensive Player of the Year and the MVP. So we'll go with the Offensive Player of the Year because obviously we'll do MVP last. So, I mean, I feel like all these awards, there's a decent amount of options for all these players. There's 4. I could see winning it: Jackson Smith, Puka Nacua, McCaffrey, and Taylor. Those are 4. Now I'm gonna eliminate Jonathan Taylor just because the Colts didn't even make the playoffs, and Jonathan Taylor kind of fell off towards the second half of the season. So I am gonna also eliminate Puka Nacua just because Puka, man, nothing against Puka Nacua, man, but there was just a better wide receiver ahead of him in Jackson Smith. So Jackson Smith did everything better than what Puka did, and so that's that. And so it leaves me to Christian McCaffrey and Jackson Smith. Now, Jackson Smith, I'm not gonna lie, even though he had like 1,900 yards, he's pretty overrated. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he's all that, man. I don't think he's a top 3 wide receiver in the league, but I just think Sam Darnold just fed him the ball a lot, and there's more coaching schemes. And towards the second half of the season, Jackson Smith wasn't as good as what he was towards the first half of the season. Defense had somewhat adjusted to him. So I'm gonna go. This is not who is going to win. It's who I think should win. So I think McCaffrey deserves the offensive player of the year. It's probably gonna be Jackson Smith, but 1,000 and 1,000, man. Like you can't beat that. You literally can't. So McCaffrey's my offensive player of the year, even though he probably won't get that. So I mean, I gotta throw respect to him though.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, it was between CMC and JSN. And I think JSN is going to win. I think he should win this award. I mean, he sparked this Seattle offense to another level. He's getting double teamed, which makes up openings for everyone else on the
Yeah,
Seahawks offense. Um, like you said, I do think he definitely did slow down towards the end of the regular season. Um, but that's because people kind of figured him out. But CMC, he's the thing. I don't feel like he's going to win this award because no one's talking about it. But I think he's going to win. I think he should win comeback just because that he played a whole season practically.
yeah.
So, um, yeah. So give me JSN winning the offensive player of the year.
All right. Moving on. We got the MVP. Now there's three of them. Josh Allen doesn't matter because Josh Allen just didn't play good enough, man.
There's like
I don't know
five
what
of
to
them,
say.
aren't there?
Yeah, but like nobody.
Yeah, we all know
in
who
the,
it's between. Hold on,
we all,
hold on, they're announcing the rookie of the O'Roy. Ted McMillan. We call it. We're 2 for 2.
called it. We're 2
We're
for 2, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. Anyways, it's between Drake May and Matthew Stafford. Now, I think that this one is really clear and obvious at the beginning of the season. I thought it was a lock that Matthew Stafford was going to win it, but after that Week 17 game against the Falcons, I think Matthew Stafford lost himself the MVP. He threw like 3 interceptions. He looked really bad, and he just didn't come up clutch. He didn't come up clutch against Seattle. He didn't come up clutch against Atlanta, and he just wasn't a clutch quarterback. And Drake May had a better record, was more clutch, and I just had the stats pulled up just to show you guys here. Obviously, he had 2 more wins. He had 72% completion percentage. Stafford had 65%. Stafford had more passing yards, but Drake May had a better passer rating, and he had less interceptions. So this one is really clear. The only argument you could say is Drake May didn't play anybody good, but I mean that's really not much of an argument. If you want to argue that, you can, but like a schedule's a schedule. So the Patriots were just a better team than the Rams were this season, largely due to Drake May. And I just think that after watching Stafford and against when he had his back against the wall, he did perform well. And to be MVP, you got to be pretty much perfect at all ends of the ball. So Drake May is my MVP.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna say Matthew Stafford is my MVP. I just think this was probably Matt Stafford's best chance at winning it, and I don't think I know he struggled in some games, but he won the games that he needed to. And he obviously he was throwing balls way more downfield, hence why the lower play completion percentage. But still, I think Matthew Stafford was obviously huge factor in why the Rams were in the place that they were at the end of the season. And honestly, this award can go either way. I think Stafford's going to win. I completely understand if Drake May wins. I mean, I'm happy for both of them. Either way, whoever wins, Drake May. Hopefully, just this doesn't get in his head for Sunday if he does win. But yeah, I think this has been a really great season. really great MVP race ish. Not one of the best ones, but it's been a pretty good one. Really great season overall. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, that's all we have for today's video. I feel like honestly, this was one of the more fun videos I had.
That's just one, yeah.
So this is a good video, but we'll be back at it for our Super Bowl predictions on Saturday.
Yep.
We're probably gonna make it at least 30 minutes long because
We're gonna go in depth, bro.
It's the biggest sports game of the year. So we're gonna be the people that give you full coverage on it. So
Yeah.
everything you
If you
guys
wanna
need to
see
know, even betting props, man. We'll give you some good betting props, some good betting advice. So
Fair.
yeah. So we'll probably do another bracketology video too. I don't know when, but
I would probably guess next week there's some crazy things that have gone down. Nebraska lost, Michigan State lost, Gonzaga lost, freaking BYU lost again.
yeah. And BYU plays Houston tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or on Saturday. Duke plays UNC. So there's a lot of big games.
A lot
on
of big
Saturday.
games this week. So
yeah. So roll to 200 subs. We still got a couple more days. So.
We need 51 subs in the next 2 days, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make it happen.
Yep.
Let's make it happen.
But with that, we'll see you guys Saturday. So hope you boys have a good one. Peace out.